Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Did not plan on recording today, clearly, but I wanted to take a second to talk about how maybe you don't need to put yourself under more pressure, but a different type of pressure. And what I mean by that is that sometimes when we are just trying to do more, going through our journey, figuring life out, we add things onto our plate and we put ourselves under a specific kind of pressure or different types of pressure in order to reach our goals or accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. And sometimes there comes a point where that old self or the old mental version of yourself that you have is trying to pull you back, and suddenly everything feels like too much. Like going to the gym feels like too much. Studying after work feels like too much. Taking on new responsibilities, new roles, new tasks, making new friendships, new relationships, whatever it may be, it starts to feel like too much. And for me personally, when I got to that point recently, I kind of looked around and I'm just like, wow, I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not doing what I need to do. I feel like I'm not making the progress that I need to make. Like, I need to do more. That's like the initial reaction that I had was, I need to do more. I need to put more on my plate. I need to, do more things so that I can get used to it, because I know the life that I want is going to require these things of me. And if I can't handle it now, I'll never be able to have it, right? That's the kind of mindset that I had. But then I actually sat down and I really thought about it. And I'm just like, doing certain things or adding more on my plate is not going to help, because I'm not even doing what I need to be doing at full capacity, if that makes sense. And so I had this realization that I don't need to put myself under more pressure. I don't need to add more to my plate. What I really need to do is rework things and put myself under a different kind of pressure, right? So not necessarily add more, not put more into the mix, but maybe switch and move things around so that it's a little bit different, and that will force me to do what I need to do. And force is honestly too strong of a word, but maybe what I mean to say is push me to do the things that I need to do. And I'll give you an example of that. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all, even as I was uploading 100 days straight every single day, I think I did 104 days before I kind of took a break, I was really struggling. And a lot of the videos I did make for myself, but I was going through a 5 to 6 month period where I just was waking up, going to work, coming home, sleeping, bare minimum, not saving any money, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, not doing anything extra or anything more than what's required of me. And I'm coming out of that now. It was a pretty dark time, very vulnerable of me to share this with you. But I say that to say, throughout that period of time where I just was kind of waking up on autopilot, not really doing what I'm supposed to, not really striving for more, feeling down about myself, I felt like I wasn't doing enough, right? And it kind of like turned into this cycle. And I felt like I needed to put more pressure on myself. So I was just like, okay, what more can I add? What more can I do? Okay, I need to throw in the gym again. I've been slacking on the gym. I need to throw that back into my schedule. Okay, I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been, I'm not eating the right food. So now I need to like meal prep, and I want to buy this meal prepping class that I saw from this person online. It's just like I was trying to add more stuff in without really doing what I needed to do, like the fundamentals and the basics. And so now that I'm coming out of it, I'm realizing that I was putting myself under more pressure when I just needed a different type of pressure with what I already had. Like I needed to work with what I already had. So one of the changes that I did was I changed my environment. I moved into a different space, and that required an upgrade of lifestyle. And I'm so grateful. I don't know if I've posted the video yet, but I'm just so grateful for where I live. I love it. It's beautiful. But with that came an expense, right? So now, because I'm paying more in rent, paying more in bills, I don't have time to sit and sulk. I don't have time to take a week off of work and not do what I want to do. Whereas beforehand I would, right? So although it might seem like I'm adding something in, really I was just changing my environment. Like I'm still living somewhere. I still have to pay rent, have to pay bills, but I changed it so that I made myself less comfortable to be complacent, if that makes sense. So now, during my dark times, like I said, I was being very lazy. I genuinely would spend like hundreds of dollars per month on fast food, sometimes hundreds of dollars per week, right? Now I put myself into a position to where I could do that, but it's not going to end well for me and for my goals and my baseline standard of being able to pay for the space that I live in. So I can't do the same things that I was doing. And all it took was a switch in environment. All it took was a switch in the type of pressure that I was putting on myself. And I think that it's going to be a good thing. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Like, of course I'm scared. I'm nervous. I have to push away thoughts of negativity and doubt, like constantly and daily, but I'm working on it and I'm pushing through it. And because I've put myself under this different type of pressure now, in order to maintain the lifestyle and in order to get more things that I want for myself, I can't do the things that I was doing in the past. So my old self loved to watch Netflix, watch TV, eat fast food, really just be complacent and just kind of skate by, not really try, not really put in a lot of effort in multiple areas of my life. And now this new version of me, or this current version of me, cannot do those things. Not financially, they can't afford it spiritually, they can't afford it physically, they can't afford it mentally. Like, I genuinely put myself in a position where I cannot afford to do the things that I used to do. And I did that on purpose. And like I said, a part of me is still nervous and scared. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm just like, damn, I could have been comfortable. Even when I left, the people I was living with, they were like, you didn't have to leave. Like, you could have just stayed. And I knew that staying and that not jumping and not moving would have meant that I would have still been complacent. And yes, you can say, oh, well, you could have just, been more disciplined and this and that. But I know myself, and I know that if I'm given an opportunity to be comfortable and to skate by, although my standards and my level of comfortability might look way higher than general masses or a lot of other people, I knew that staying there and being comfortable and doing the bare minimum would have led to a life that I wouldn't be proud of and that I wasn't going to want to continue to live. So I had to move in order to allow these other areas of my life to move as well. And so now, like I said, I have to be more disciplined with my budget. I can't just spend $300, $400, $500 a week on fast food and on eating out. I have to be more intentional about where I put my time and my energy. I could just come home and just watch TV and go straight to sleep and wake up and do the same thing every single day. But now the impact feels greater because I've removed myself from my comfort zone. So there is no plan B. There is no falling back. There is no going to mom's house, dad's house, grandma's house. Like, this is the first time that I'm completely on my own, and I did it on purpose. So all of that to say that if you just feel like you're in a place in your life where like, man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm comfortable, I'm complacent, I'm slacking, and if you're thinking, or if you have been adding more onto your plate and giving yourself more pressure and it hasn't really been working and you've just kind of gone in the opposite direction of where you want to go, I genuinely urge you to try to maybe switch around one of the things that you already have on your plate and put pressure on yourself in a different way, as opposed to trying to add more things on and make it more complicated and more complex. Because I'm gonna be honest, we make things more complicated than they need to be. And speaking to myself, even, like, I'm so inside of my head sometimes, and I get so down about myself and just insecure about like who I am and what I'm doing and what I've done and my accomplishments and my position in life, when it's really not that serious. Like, we're all on our own journeys, and a lot of the times it's just us holding ourselves back, honestly. So that's what I'm going through right now, you guys. And although it's only been a few days since I've moved and I've made this decision and I put myself under this different kind of pressure, I do feel like I feel different. I feel lighter. I can feel myself happier, and I can feel myself more intentional about my day-to-day. So I just encourage you once again, if you've been adding more stuff on your plate and it's not working, and you feel like everything is crumbling down, just relax, breathe, take a breath, and look at something that you already have on your plate and try to rework it to your advantage, even if it's going to make you uncomfortable. Like, I believe in you just like I believe in myself, and I promise you're going to be able to do it. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, you guys. Like I said, I didn't plan on making a video. I wanted to be more put together, but I feel like this message was on my mind, and I really wanted to share it. And if you resonate with what I said, or if you have any comments or questions or just anything that you got from the video, leave it below. I would love to hear it. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.